Hey, just a quick video. It's a new day with new choices and new opportunities. Every day that we have, whether you're a new believer or you've been saved so long, your name is on the charter at the church that you attend, you're faced with choices. And those choices are, do I believe God or do I believe my experience? Now, most of the time what we do is we have certain experiences in life or certain feelings, certain thoughts, and then we go to the Bible to validate that. And if God teaches something different and contrary to what we have experienced or what we think or very often what we've been taught, then it clearly cannot mean just what it clearly says. And so these are the choices that we all have to make. One of the major choices is where God tells us, like in Romans 6, that he tells us over and over, I think 3 times in that same chapter, that we are dead to sin, that we reckon ourselves dead to sin, that we count it as so, not because that's our experience or that's the way that we feel or even that someone else told us that. It's because God has says that that is our reality. And we have to choose to believe that. You know, a lot of times we just don't feel it. I tell you right now, a lot of times I don't feel it at all. But I know that it is true because it is what God has said, and that is my reality. See, one of my favorite movie lines, because I used to love watching a lot of science fiction and different adventure movies and everything, and it was from Star Wars. It says, your focus determines your reality. Now, you know, you can get some really weird theology out of Star Wars, but think about that for a second. If you're focusing on what you feel and what you think, that is your reality. You start to believe that over what God has said. Now, if you focus on what He says, you know that that is the reality. See, us and God, both of us have opposing viewpoints most of the time. You know, God says things one way, and we say, well, you know, I don't really see it that way. You know, I think it ought to be different. But who has the better track record? Who's been faithful and who cannot lie? Well, that's God, not us. See, because our own hearts, our own minds, our own past and experience, they lie to us. And if we dwell on that and we focus on that, that's what we start to believe. So I want to challenge you today. This is only Tuesday. You got the rest of the week to do it. And that is to do something absolutely rebellious in our fallen world today. And that is to believe God apart from your experience. Get into His Word, look what it says, and just believe it as it is written. And watch how your life changes. And it may change quickly, it may change very slowly, but it will change because you have a new focus and you have a new reality. And that is a reality that God set, and that cannot be shaken by our own thoughts, our own feelings, and our circumstances.